Welcome everyone to another exciting edition of The Untold, where we share beautiful stories with inspirational people daily right here on KTV2 with my special friend, Hussein Lejous.
Alajuz, thank you so much, Mazidi. Appreciate it. Thank you so
Habibi.
much.
Habibi,
Now
it's
we're
been a
calling each other
pleasure.
family names.
Oh yeah,
Where's Ahmed gone? Today is very
we're
sporty.
beyond that now.
So let's talk about sports.
Sports, something I'm an expert on.
But no, I'll keep a straight face on. No, anyway, I think a record breaker.
Yes.
Someone has done very impressive things.
So many things
For
he
himself
has
and for the
accomplished.
country.
And for the country. He is a patriot. He wants to put Kuwait on the map globally. Ladies and gentlemen, Yousef Alshatti joining us right after this.
We're back for a break, and we can finally welcome on board Yousef Alshatti. First of all, we're all very proud of you. Everything you've achieved so far, very impressive, and it's completely out of my comfort zone and completely out of my zone altogether as a person.
You work out.
Me too. This was out of my comfort zone too.
I mean, that's
Okay,
okay.
alright.
That's.
I'm human, by the way, so I'm like you guys.
And mashallah, I think you're a human, but with the energy of a machine, mashallah. So perhaps we should start by talking about, because there's a lot of keywords that relate to Yousef Alshatti. We have the OCR, we have a triathlete, and so many other keywords. Let's start by defining some of them. Who is Yousef Alshatti?
Okay, I would love to start about the beginning of loving sport. I started to be as a bodybuilder in the beginning of my life, as any Kuwaitis or most of the Arabs. Like, we have only two sports when we started, either football or bodybuilding. That's it.
Why do you think we have that? Just those two things.
In our time, in the 80s, I'm 1982. So, yeah, people in the 80s, this is the only two sport we had at that time. Either you be a footballer or you will be a bodybuilder. We didn't have another choice. Like other people, they do like swimming or
Yeah.
another kind of sport.
That's adventurous.
Exactly, and we look at them like they
it's
are
like,
the
wow.
more unique people,
Yeah,
like
Like
really
the water
few of
polo
them.
people.
Yeah,
water
Yeah,
polo.
yeah,
yeah,
they're
yeah,
like
yeah.
really few and like really talented. But for the majority, like normally, either soccer, football, or bodybuilding. So I started when I was 16 years old as a bodybuilder, and I start to go like heading to the kind of physique competitions, because bodybuilding, they have three type of competitions. They have bodybuilding or physique, or other one called I forgot what they call it, master something or something like that. So there's three kind of competitions. So I started to like the physique type, which is the one which you wear the swimming short and you will be in the stage, and it's have like kind of symmetries and kind of being fit more than being huge and bald. So I started to be in love with this sport when I was teenager, until maybe when I was 29 years old. All these years, since 16 years old, I was in this field. And from Facebook, one of my Italian friend, he sent me a message and he told me like, hey, there's a race called Spartan. It's in Italy. It was this things in 2014.
So randomly.
Yeah, so random. He said like, this is a new sport. It's the first time ever they bring it in Italy, and it's quite similar to your type of job, because I work in the military, in the special forces. So he told me like, it's kind of about obstacles and it's like challenging. Would you love to try it with me? So I said like, yeah, why not? Let's get crazy a
Probably
little
did
bit.
this in your drills for
Yeah,
the
exactly.
military, yeah.
And said, okay, so I traveled to Rome and we did the race together. It was a sprint, which is 5 kilometer running and 20 obstacles.
What kind of obstacles?
Rope climbing, 5 meters. Yeah, you carry like a bucket in the mud, under barbed wires, you're crawling, this kind of thing. But it's so fun, believe me. Like when you cross the finish line, you feel like you are the strongest in this line. No, you will.
But
You will.
that's a feeling to talk about. Before
Yeah.
we talk about some other questions, but like, can we just touch on the feeling? How does it actually feel when you cross that finish line?
As I mentioned, when you cross the finish line, you feel like you had a huge achievement, which is like when you challenge yourself and you do something you never thought you could do. the body, like I think, produce hormones make you feel like super happy. So this feelings, it was like you feel like you're on a high. And since that day, I started to be really addicted to this kind of sport, to be honest.
You know, I had one of those questions I had is it, I wrote down, is it a passion or an addiction?
Is it?
Is it a passion or an addiction?
Both, to be honest. It started to be passion in the beginning, and from passion, without you feel it, start to be addiction.
It's your lifestyle, it's who you are.
In 2016, I traveled 19 times in 1 year. 19 times, every other weekend. This is how the addiction
But to do
was.
what?
To do racing, obstacle racing. So I only travel like a weekend. I do I've been all over the world, Austria, Japan, South Korea, all over Europe. So I totally agree with you. It starts with passion, and by time it turns to be addiction, to be honest.
Addiction.
Shall we talk about being a winner? I mean, you've won some.
Yeah, you have so many accolades.
There's a long list, but I think let's start with the most recent. It's Guinness, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I've been in Guinness World Record. Just
Tell us more about it. So what happened there?
in last February, we decided to swim Kuwait Bay, John Kuwait, which is about 21 kilometer.
The stamina you need to
it's in-
have.
It's in winter, so the
You're
water is
kidding.
super cold. It was 13 Celsius degrees.
Thermals.
Yeah, I was wearing the wetsuit, but still, I've been in the water 10 hours and 24 minutes. Imagine.
Do you pause in the middle of the ocean to have a
Yeah,
break?
Guinness World Record, they told me every 1 hour and a half, I
Yeah.
could have 5 minutes of break. So
Just being still in the water,
being in the water.
Just
so
chilling?
chill, I know, I need to fuel, so
Okay.
I eat, I hydrate.
Okay.
So normally I have like 90.
How do you swim and eat like in the middle of the ocean? How's that?
I stop, they give me the snacks, I eat,
So
and they
there's a
continue.
team following you.
There's a judge.
documenting, a judge.
There's a judge from Guinness
official.
World
Yeah.
Record,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
a whole team, because I was
Safety is a big thing at the end of the day.
Of course, of course.
medical people, they was with me, and I was fully support. I'm really lucky to be fully support from my job, because I'm
are you-
working in the Navy.
Are you swimming freely? Is there some equipment?
Freestyle.
Oxygen?
No.
Freestyle.
Without. I must swim freestyle to be in the Guinness World Record.
Isn't that risky?
It is risky, of course.
You jump in the water and
Yes.
you look ahead and you see 21 kilometers to go.
Yeah. You
Okay?
see nothing. You see only water.
Okay. So 10 kilometers in, what was going in your mind? Like you're like, I am 10 kilometers and I have 11 more to go.
The key things is rehearsal, training. I did 15 kilometer a week before this day. So I tried like most of the distance to see how it feels, as you mentioned, because I want to check my hydration, my nutrition, if it's correct, my timing, because all this will
How
affect
do you prepare yourself mentally?
mentally. I always set a goal. So many people, they quit because they train really hard, but they don't have a goal to achieve. Even if they set a goal, it's a normal goal. Like, it's very easy to achieve.
It's nothing that's too big or...
Exactly. I always love to set a goal really bigger than me.
But honestly, no, Ahmed, building on that, I like the question because I heard once that if you want to prepare for something, before you do it physically, you can visualize it. So some people would, before they see, they close their eyes, they imagine themselves swimming, and they imagine themselves winning. Do you do that?
Totally agree with you. When I was swimming for more than 10 hours, I was thinking even what I will do when I arrive to the beach, how I will celebrate, this is how you can make the time will pass.
I love that.
And you, at the same time, you are thinking positive way. So whenever it comes to you, you feel weak, you feel tired. But when you think like, okay, when I reach the beach, my parents will be down there, my friends. Do you know what? I'm going to say yes. Or I'm going to say, oh my God, that's amazing. So this kind of things keep you pushing and pushing until you reach your goals.
Having the feeling of addiction to the sport and all that, but why? What pushes you to do all of that? It's so much work, so much stress, dangerous at
You
times.
can sit at home, have a hot
It's
dog.
like, it can't be just that I'm addicted to the feeling and I love it. There's more to it.
Love, to be honest.
Love.
Love. If you love something, you will do perfect in everything. If you want to be a successful person, love what you do. In your job, in everything.
What is Yousef Alshatti's end goal?
and go
Yes.
make Kuwait known worldwide. I want Kuwait, everyone know Kuwait, what is it?
So we
And
have a
know what's this
patriot
kind
with
of-
us here.
Through sports.
Through sports.
Nice.
That's my goal.
A
That's my
specific
message.
representing the world, representing the country for the world.
Exactly.
That
But
is
is
the
there-
noble cause.
Is there a
Thank you.
specific sport you'd want to represent Kuwait?
No, all kinds of sport. I started with physique. After that, I went OCR. After that, triathlon. I am the first Kuwaiti ever qualified to the World Championship in Kona, the Ironman, and I'm the first Kuwaiti ever since 1978 who finished this race as well. So having this kind of feeling when you will be in a worldwide competition and people ask like, where are you from? And you say Kuwait, and they say like, wait, where's Kuwait? Yeah, and you tell them like, oh, Dubai, this guy, oh, okay, yeah, Kuwait. And they go, this is amazing.
And you want to
this
put
is
our
really-
country on the map for the world.
Exactly.
I respect that.
Exactly. And there's many people ask me about the swim. As you said, it's dangerous. Why did you do that? I wanted to send a message that in our military, there's many tough people like me. There's not only Yousef. There's plenty of Yousef in the Kuwait
Also,
military.
thank you for your service, by
Thanks,
the way.
appreciate it. Thank you so much. Because, as we know, in Arabs, we always look to the Americans or the British because they have great social media, Hollywood movies, and they represent their soldiers like they are superheroes and stuff like that. So while I was doing this, which is something really huge, I wanted to send a message to everyone that we have strong military people, and I would love to encourage the families to send their kids to our military college.
I love the messages you're trying to send, and I think comes from huge source of passion and energy that's way within you, and I can feel it. It's amazing.
How much influence did the military play to making you the person that you are today? Because obviously you are someone that's very proud of it, as you should, and it has built someone and something in you, right? Did it influence who you are today in the sports field?
In the beginning of my career in the military, Kuwait military, they sent me to UK, England, to continue my study. So I graduated as electronic engineer from Portsmouth University. So as you see, my job, even they start to encourage me and support me even in my education part. So when I came back after many years of service, they sent me to many special forces training. I've been to the Navy SEALs training. I've been to the Marine Corps training in the United States. And I end up by sending me to France to do my MBA as well, Master of Business. So all this kind of support from my job, you feel like you should pay back for them. So
All these sports and an MBA,
management,
time management,
easy.
or
many
time
peop-
traveling, and
Many people,
Management.
you need to sacrifice. There's nothing
Sacrifice.
easy. To be honest, I lost many friends. I lost many opportunity of having a great business. I lost many period of great moments with my family. But it will pay back at the end.
You know what they say? They say everything has a tax. They say everything has a tax, and this was your tax. But I mean, honestly, you're here now, and I think just keeping that in mind, that everything has a tax. Something I found very interesting in the past, what he just mentioned. You mentioned the U.S. Special Forces, and I love how humble you are, because you mentioned it. You didn't mention that you won in that one.
Yes.
That's very humbling. I'm honest, because usually people will be like, I did the Special Forces and I won, but you didn't say I won.
No need to go in these details. I think there's plenty of people when they start to talk about themselves in a huge way. This is will downgrade them, because life is like experience. So I was kind of lucky to have this kind of opportunity to be in this kind of trainings, and as I want to mention, I want to pass this experience to others so they can grow and be better than Yousef Alshatti. And this is the purpose of sending me or anyone else to have this special training.
so selfish. I mean, selfless. Sorry. And you've sacrificed so much, and you've become our champion. That is amazing.
Means
Literally,
a lot to
we have a quote on the phone that says,
Of course, you
basically-
have a quote.
No, it's not by me. It's literally plagiarized 100%. 100% plagiarized.
Okay.
It's basically strong people don't put others down; they lift them up. And I love that it just came in place right now. Like knowing how humble you are, It fits
The way
perfectly
you
with
carry
honestly.
yourself and all that.
Yeah.
Amazing. The conversation is continuing right after this. We're back, continuing the conversation with Yousef Alshatti, one of the strongest men I've met, probably. Not just physically, but also mentally.
The strongest man in this room.
Thank you.
Without any doubt. So, you play so many sports.
Yes.
I don't even know if I can count them. But you probably have a favorite.
Yes, of course.
What is that?
OCR, obstacle course racing.
Obstacle course racing.
Obstacle course
Racing.
Racing. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming there's obstacles.
Yeah, of course. And
I got that one right. And let me think.
What gave it away? What gave it away?
Maybe the first word. The first word.
and it's going to be in the Olympic Games as well, by the way, in 2028 in Los Angeles.
Oh wow. Okay.
OCR, it will be
Nice.
in LA. It will be an Olympic game as well. In the Olympics.
Will we see you there?
Yeah, inshallah, we developed the first Olympic committee in the Middle East in Kuwait.
Okay.
In 2019.
Okay.
So now we have an official national Kuwaiti team for the OCR.
Wow.
They are traveling all over the world since 2019 and competing all this kind of competition.
So what is it? What's OCR?
OCR, obstacle course
What is
racing,
that?
which is we have kind of three sectors. Like one of the races called sprint, which is 5 kilometer running with
Okay.
with the 20 obstacles.
Okay.
The other part called super, which is 10 kilometer running and 30 obstacle. And there's another one called beast, which is 21 kilometer with more than 40
Are these
obstacles.
3 different categories?
Yes, 3 different
Which one
categories.
did you compete in?
In all. I love all.
No. Yousef committed in the fourth.
No, really, I love all of them. So it's in my blood, this sport. And the thing which makes it really unique, and it's my favorite because of the community. We have great community on this kind of sport. Like when I started the sport in 2014, all my friends, they was Italian, Spanish, and whenever I travel to their country, they never let me stay in hotels. They always
Always
telling that.
over.
Yeah, and
They
they're
invite you over.
yeah,
That's
because
awesome.
we have kind of ethics as Spartan, the warriors,
Right.
300 Spartans.
Yes.
Exactly.
So we have it's surreal. Like we have this kind of ethics between us. Like we never leave someone behind. We always support each
That
other.
also
whatever
comes
it
from
is.
the military too.
It is. I totally agree with it.
wow.
Spartan,
Having
they
the
are
other-
military people.
Yeah.
If you go back to the movie 300 and
Yeah,
all
exactly.
the Spartans, they are soldiers. So it comes, as you mentioned, from the military.
Can I imagine something with you? Imagine you're running on a track, right? And as you're running, you're reaching the final line, right? And someone, for some reason, gets injured. Would you go back to help him? Or
Yeah,
would you
of
keep
course.
running?
In Spartan, we always help each other. Like
I get
not even
never leave someone
imagine
behind.
we are competing like first and second.
Yes,
If
that's
someone
what-
fall,
You would stop.
we will stop. This is an ethics for all
That's
of us.
very, very, very,
That is-
very
You
nice.
don't
We
see that.
continue
You
all
don't
the-
see that in every sport.
Yeah, because of that, I told you it's my favorite. I would never seen any sport like that. To be honest, I compete in many sports.
So it
With
is
all my-
competitive. Of course, it is competitive, but you look out for each other.
Exactly, for sure.
That's very nice.
It is.
It seems like sports or the OCR in general teaches you a lot of things that are outside sports. Like
It is.
obviously it teaches you
Ethics, discipline, 100%.
It
caring
is.
for others and teamwork.
It is.
As other lessons, there's the sports. It doesn't need to be at Olympics. Sport in general.
Yes.
What can it teach us besides being fit and all that?
Being humble as well at the same time. Being humble. Many people in the sport field, whenever they achieve something, they start to be stuck up and they look really down for other people, and they start to hide tips from others so no one can get to their level or stuff like this. But sports make me be more humble, to be honest, with others, and making me love people to be even better than me, especially when you see the young generation, like the kids or whatever. It's very easy to be successful in sport and achieve something, but the most unique thing, and if you want to be like a real sport person, you develop people better than you. You train people to be better than you, because this is kind of You will not have any selfishness at the same time.
So nice.
This is the message of being as an athlete,
Yes.
is bring up the whole community with you. If you think about yourself, there's a certain point you will be old and no one care about you. And
Yeah.
people, they will forget about your achievement. But if you develop another champions, your name...
Legacy lives
Exactly. It lives on and on.
Your legacy lives on.
Unlimited.
Wow.
Infinitely.
Speaking of legacy, you have a world record with Guinness.
Yes.
What did that mean to you?
What makes me really happy, it's making me really proud. It means a lot to me. Making me proud because it didn't come under Yousef Alshatti. I brought Kuwait to the Guinness World Record.
That's a big one.
So the Guinness World Record in the certificate says in Kuwait Bay being the Guinness World Record by Yousef Alshatti. So imagine you getting your country in the Guinness World Record,
Yes.
not only by breaking the
So
world
that
record.
comes first.
It is
Kuwait,
Kuwait Bay. This is what I was doing exactly.
and then
By Yousef Alshatti. So because the old number, it was by a British guy, and it was 12 hours.
Yeah.
So having this breaking the world national record, it was really amazing by putting Kuwait first for my name.
when obviously you're looking out to do a challenge, you obviously have so many different perhaps locations,
Yes.
many different challenges.
Yes.
How did you get down to choosing this specific location to break the record in?
Let's say if I want to talk about triathlon, Ironman,
Yeah.
they have many kind of locations because the type of sport they have flat. So when you run, it's flat,
Yeah.
and when you bike, if it's flat.
Yeah.
Or they have rolling, which is like going up and down.
Up and down hills.
And the third part, it's hilly race.
Literally.
So it's really like
Okay.
a lot of elevation.
Elevation.
For me, as a Kuwaiti and the guy from the Middle East, of course, I will try to search something called flat. So whenever we go on the website searching for the races, we would love
Try
to
to
search for
find the
something
flat.
flat.
Yeah, exactly. I would go for downhill.
No, there's no. So yeah, this is the way how I search my races, so I can be successful at the sport because this is my environment, you know. It's my
To
environment.
add more to the why you chose Kuwait Bay, has no one else attempted that location?
The story comes by we communicate with Guinness World Record. We was like from Failaka to Kuwait in the national day in the first of
Is that long?
21K,
That's just-
same
okay,
distance.
Okay.
So Guinness World Record, they said that we don't have a category for this. It's swimming from
One
island to a
to-
country.
Okay.
So we have
So
like
what is the category for Kuwait Bay?
it was the fastest swim bay worldwide. So they said if you want to break the world record for swimming the fastest swim at a bay, you could do that in Kuwait because it's the same world record distance. It's 21 kilometers.
21 kilometers.
So from here we decided to do it from the north
Yeah.
of Sabiya
Yeah.
to the south of Sabiya. Do you know the distance of the Jabir Bridge? This is
14 kilometers.
yeah, it's
42.
31.
31?
The one from the water, as you said, if you could.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm going.
But from beach to beach,
Yeah.
it's 31 kilometers.
Okay.
So that's
So this is the distance which I tried to swim from that day, from north to the officer club.
would that be the next record? The 31 on that bridge?
Next record will be summiting Everest without oxygen. So
Wait.
this is my next time.
Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Let's make it.
Explain that, please.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, inshallah, in a couple of weeks, I'm traveling to Nepal. So we get green light from Guinness World Record. If I summit Everest without oxygen, I will be the first Arab ever who summited Everest without oxygen.
Have you trained something?
No, I'm going novice, which is making it more challenging, which is really amazing, to be honest.
Right. Wait. You're not trained to do this?
No, I'm a novice. I summited only one mountain in 2019.
But we have to agree you're fit enough to do it.
Inshallah.
That's the difference.
I worked hard and I trained very well, but I'm not a mountaineer. I'm not a climber.
Are you trying to say I'm not fit enough to do it?
No, I'm sure you can do it. No, I don't do it.
But I trained as like elevation, distance, but familiarization.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't have experience in climbing. Going to Everest
Yes,
and doing it without oxygen,
that's a big one.
you need to be experienced like minimum 15 years in climbing and mountaineering.
And you have how many years?
None. zero.
I mean, perhaps advice for the viewers is not to do anything reckless, but like,
Yes.
No, but I have a team.
You have
that
to,
team.
absolutely.
No,
It's
also-
safe. It's always safe.
And also,
Yes.
I am having a team. There's a guide with me, an ability specialist, and
Yes.
he's a medical person as well.
of course.
And there's a guy with me. He's from National Geography. He will make a documentary about this.
Wow.
That's very nice.
So it will be in National Geography and Discovery as well.
Wow.
And
Amazing.
both of them, they are really well trained. They've been
Nice.
Everest 7 times. They summited Everest. So they are my support team.
Okay.
But I will live it naturally. I will go solo.
Yes.
I will cook for myself. I
That's
will
very nice.
by myself
Huh.
without any help.
Right.
I want to live the full experience.
Full experience.
At the same time, because it's a worldwide event, the whole planet will look at it. In my journey, I will start to talk about our veterans who died in 1990. So I will bring their stories and make the people in Kuwait and worldwide know about our veterans and
That's
how they
amazing.
sacrifice for
That
Kuwait.
is
So it's going to be a
Thank
great
you
way
for
to
that.
do it.
I can't wait to watch it. The question obviously is about giving up. I'm sure you had moments of giving up.
Yes.
I'm sure you had moments of wanting to step back. Again, I think I asked you this when you're swimming, but I'm sure you've had it in your life in general.
Yes.
You do very intense
Yes.
things.
Two things. Faith in God. I have a destiny. It's already written. So I should be afraid.
Beautiful.
And if I feel really tired and I want to quit, I talk to myself. I encourage myself by myself. Many people, they think it's being crazy or stupid or you need to see a psychologist, but this is the best way. Help yourself.
Have you ever had a moment where you felt like you want to give up?
Feeling tired,
to-
but
close
not
to.
quit. Not quit. No.
Not quit. Never.
Never chose this word.
Never wanted to
I don't
quit,
have it
never-
in my dictionary. I never even thought about it. But being tired, yes, I've been tired.
I want to ask you a very deep question.
Yes. Hit him.
Is it lonely at the top?
Is it lonely?
At the top.
What do you mean?
You're at the top of this mountain.
Yeah, of
No one can
course.
touch you.
Being at the
course,
top,
being-
being a champion, being a successful person, having won so many things. Is it true?
It is true to be lonely because many people they cannot keep up as the way how you think. Yeah. I mentioned to you, you will lose a lot of things because you will sacrifice many things, and the people they don't have the same way of thinking, like the same mentality. So yeah, sometimes I feel lonely. I totally agree with you, but the love around me from my family and my close friends make me feel I am the happiest and the most lucky person whenever I am feeling that kind of feeling when I'm lonely. To be
I just want to say thank you so much. Honestly, I'll just give you a hesitation.
Thank you.
This is definitely one of the most inspirational people I've ever had the pleasure of having conversation with.
Honestly, yeah, I agree with that.
Thanks.
For a second, I almost tricked myself into going back into CrossFit. But anyway, thank you for your time. It was a beautiful, beautiful conversation. We'll be right back with our wrap up.
We're about to wrap up. What a beautiful, beautiful, inspirational, sporty, energetic, strong episode.
It will be understatement not to
Yes, 100%.
emphasize how much energy this man possesses,
Very proud, very
how
proud.
much love and passion he has for this country, for the sports he is competing in, and from everyone at the crew, we wish you the best of luck on the next record you're gonna break. We all believe in you, all right? Everest, yes. Cannot wait for that documentary as well. Keep it here for the Untold Daily, where we share more beautiful stories. Saying, it's a good
ALMazeedi?
night. Yeah,
Good night.
good night.